how's it going? It's the Fuzz. So in this video, I want to announce the beginning of the custom card contest. So a forum user by the name of Darksilver basically brought this to my attention, and he asked me if I wanted to host something like this, and it sounded like a really fun idea, so I thought, why not do this? So this is basically where users come up with their own cards, send them to me, and then I'm going to showcase the coolest cards. Now, what I have here is basically the Spellweaver card generator. This is the only one that I'm aware of. So I'm going to give you a brief kind of a tutorial on how it works, what you're supposed to do. So now, as far as the cards go, there's two kinds of cards you can make. There's the joke cards, where you just make a card called, like, I don't know, Donald Trump or something, and you say whenever this card enters the field, build a giant wall over Mexico or something. You know what I mean? Not a real card. It's just for fun. The other kind of card, that's what I'm interested in, are real cards. You know, real cards with stats, with effects, basically cool things you would like to see in the game. Because those are the cards I want to see. I want to see what you come up with. I want to be, you know, impressed by what you can come up with. The forums have several suggestions already, but I want to give everyone a chance to do this. So once you do a card, you can post it on Imgur or something, and then just send me the link of that card, of whatever link it gives you, so I can look at it. And then, yeah, then I'll just take all the cards that I see, and yeah, and I'll just pick my favorites. Now, I think for this, I'll start a separate thread in the forums, so that'll be a place for you to put those links if you, for me to look at. Or if you don't want to do it, you can just, once you have the card done, just paste the card into the forum itself so everyone can see. That'll probably be the best, and then I'll have a look over it once there's like a decent number of cards, and then I'll just pick my favorites, and we'll see what awesomeness we can come up with. And I mean, these cards can be whatever you want. It can be new badass legendaries, more tribe cards, new spells, spell removal, whatever you think would be a really cool card in the game. So let's get a brief tutorial for this card generator. The link for it is in the description, as is the link to the forum post that I'm gonna make. So the thing we see in the middle, that's going to be updated as you go. So let's say we start with the name, right? Let's just call this card The Fuzz is an Asshole. See, the name already comes up, right? So you've got it right there. Now for the image, you don't have to include an image, because I mean, what we're here for is the effect. But if you do, you have to just put in like a link from Google Image or something, or Imgur itself, whatever you want. I got one ready, so I'm going to show you what happens when you just paste it. It takes a moment for it to... Oh, that was really fast, actually. It took a little longer previously. So, I mean, this image, this is just the first image I found when I Googled Spellweaver. So, whatever image you want, whatever cool image you can find, you know, it doesn't even have to be that appropriate. But anyways, moving on. The attack here, so just how much attack if it's a creature. So let's say, I don't know, 3. Health, let's say 4. I guess. Speed. Fuzz is such a slow asshole. Just gonna give him, this guy, 1 speed. And then mana cost. I don't know what happens if you put an X. Oh, I guess it's X. That looks really weird. Let's just say he costs 4 mana. Right? He's an expensive asshole. And then for the level requirements, what you do is you put in the first letter of the aspect. Like, let's say if you want to do it corruption, you do C, and then whatever aspect you do first, that's the color the card will be. And let's say we also add nature and rage for R, C and R, but the color of the card remains, you know, remains whatever the first aspect was. And if you want to just put in like a blank one, just put an X, and then it'll add a generic one at the end. Energy, you can put in something, let's say 4 energy, or leave it blank if you don't want it to have energy. Type, I don't know, let's just call it useless streamer, because why not? And then rarity, let's say, yeah, he's an epic asshole. That's right. That hat, that's what it is. Flavor text. Oh, illustrator name. Let's just call him some asshole. That's who basically made this up. Flavor text. You don't have to have it, but they can be really funny. Like, let's say, this card is absolute shit. I don't know, something like that. And then the last part we left over is, of course, for the description itself. Now, for that, you, depending on what kind of card it is, you can look over some cards we have already to see how they're worded. Let's say, you know, if it has a battle cry effect, you want to say when this card enters the field, it does something. There's a little hints here. I don't know if you can see them very well, to say how you want to do this. Like, if you wanted to say use energy to do something, I think it's something like E, parenthesis, and like a 2, or maybe a capital E. Oh, wait. Oh, you see, I did that, and then it changes to the 2. That means it costs 2 energy to activate. And let's say for 2 energy, piss your pants, I guess. I don't know, whatever. You get the idea. And then you can write up whatever you want. When the fuzz enters the field, I don't know, snow turns yellow or something. Now, of course, since we're making real cards, preferably, you want actual effects. And this is basically where you put them. So if you need more space, you can just, you know, don't have a flavor text. Because often if cards have a lot of effects, they just won't have flavor text. Now, this template we just used, this is for a creature, obviously, because you have attack, you have health, and all that. So you could try something different. Just hit reset. And let's try a spell. But it's probably going to be a lot simpler. Again, put in the card art. Oh, we'll see how fast it is this time. The first time it loaded really fast, but every time I tried before, it took like 20 seconds. So I don't know what it depends on. But again, the name doesn't particularly matter in this case. Let's see if it loads sometime this year. If it doesn't load really, really soon, I'll just do it without the image since we get the idea. The spell is actually just going to be a lot simpler, so this is just very similar. Because it's just the creature without, like, the stats. Wow, it's really taking a long time. For some reason. I don't really know. It seems to be random. Oh, there it is. Like, see, this time it took a lot longer. Whatever. So, card. This is going to be a spell. Let's just call it, I don't know, random shit happens. That's the spell, basically. And it's the same thing. Let's say it costs 3 mana. It's a wisdom spell. And it costs double wisdom. I'd say triple wisdom. Just to be sure. It's probably not going to have energy because it's a spell. And then type. I don't know what you can put in. I guess instant? Or something? Actually, wait. You can actually have an instant spell. Oh, okay. So actually, I don't think you just put in anything at all for like subtype. Oh, it's probably something like curse or blessing if you want that. So if it's a curse or a blessing, that's where you would put it. So going back here, type curse. Rarity, whatever, rare. And then, you know, effect is, I don't know, draw 9 cards or something. I don't know. It's some effect, but this is... Oh, actually, you can space it out as well, or tab it out. But tab doesn't work, but you can space it over if you want to move the text a little bit. And yeah, that's basically how you use it. It's pretty straightforward. Once you have it, let's say once you have your card finished, then just like click save as, and then again, once you have the image, you can either post it on Imgur and then put the link on the forums, or just the whole image. You know, if you want everyone to see your awesome card. And that's pretty cool because it's nice to see these cards. I find looking at actually complete cards gives a much clearer picture than just reading the text that describes it. I don't know, something about pictures being, you know, better, whatever. That's the basic idea. So that's what I want you to do. You know, go out there, make some cool cards. Think about, man, there's this one card I really wish existed in Spellweaver. You know what? Make it happen. Make it happen. And then, again, I'll just go over all of these, and then I'll pick my favorites, and we'll talk about them. We'll see which of these cards could actually, like, be legitimate additions. And maybe the developers could look at them and say, hey, you know what? This idea is really cool. Now, I'm sure they have some cards they've already thought of. They just haven't released yet because maybe they haven't finished them. But, hey, it doesn't hurt to give them a little bit of help. Anyways, I am looking forward to seeing your creations. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'll see you out there. I'll be checking the forums tomorrow and, you know, the days after. And probably like maybe Friday or Saturday, once there's enough of these cards, we'll do a video highlighting my favorites. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.